If simple and affordable protection is what you're after for your 2019 or newer Ford Ranger, excluding the Raptor models, this Barricade 3-inch bull bar in black is a great choice to consider. Now, this is a good solution for front end protection to make sure that the front end of your truck stays in good condition without completely swapping out the entire bumper. Whether you're not looking for the extra work that comes with it, you don't want to commit to any modifications to your Ranger, or you simply just prefer the factory appearance and want to add to it. Now, this avoids all of the extra work while providing some underbody and grille protection for street and off-road driving, and keeps it affordable so you can have the extra insurance for your front bumper without breaking the bank. This bull bar features a 3-inch tubular design that tucks into the front end of the Ranger very nicely, allowing some room behind it so it's not making contact, but providing a well-fitted appearance and a bolder look with the larger 3-inch tubing. Now, as you can see really nicely here, this has the addition of an integrated skid plate to protect from lower hazards your bumper may have previously come in contact with. Now, those two features work in tandem to protect the front, and consequently, the truck looks a lot tougher and has a more off-road appearance because of it. This is made of a tough steel tube and plate construction, being durable enough to take any hits when necessary and deflect any damage that may have otherwise happened to your front bumper or your grille. The steel also has a gloss black powder coat finish to protect from rust over time and adds to the aggressive appearance while matching other smooth black accents rather than having a texture to it if you do prefer that glossy appearance. It's also completely bolt on as far as the install is concerned, which we will show you how to do that in just a minute. This is about $250, which is super affordable in the world of front end protection. Now, comparing this bull bar to other solutions, as I said, it takes a lot of work and question out of the installation process. This just bolts in and doesn't swap anything out. And it's simple and to the point, providing front end coverage without being overly flashy. It also takes that darker or gloss black approach compared to brighter polished choices if you want to stick to that more aggressive look when it comes to your build. Install is a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and takes about an hour to complete. Now, I do want to mention the models that do not have tow hooks, this install does require a little bit of trimming to the plastic, and the trimming is very simple. So nothing to be worried about, and it's not a major modification, it's just a little bit of trimming. However, at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers, and they are going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can get this installed on your Ranger at home. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include an impact gun, 17mm wrench, 15, 17, and 18mm swivel socket.
What's up, guys? Today we're installing a bull bar on our Ranger, so let's get started.
So now the first thing we need to do is remove our skid plate because we need access to our tow hook bolts. So we have a bolt here, and then it's just going to be the same thing on the other side, 4 bolts total. I'm going to take a 15mm swivel socket to remove these bolts. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. And now I'm just going to throw my knee under here so it doesn't fall on me when I take this last one out. And then we can pull that skid plate out. So now with our skid plate removed, we need to remove this cover around our tow hook, and then we'll get access to those 2 bolts. So pull it back and then pull this front portion down. And then just wiggle this out of there. And now we have access to those 2 bolts. So I'm taking that same 15mm swivel socket that I used on the skid plate to remove these 2. And then do that same thing on the other side. Now we can start mounting up our brackets for our bull bar. Now on the brackets, we have a D or a P stamped on for this main mounting bracket. And then we also have a bracket for our front skid plate mounting hole. Now this is going to be the same on each side, so this one isn't stamped. Now we're working on the passenger side here, so I've got the bracket with the P on it. On the front hole, I'm going to thread in a bolt with a lock washer and flat washer. And then I'm going to use that same bolt on the rear hole, but we're going to put the open oval hole side of this bracket onto that bracket, thread our bolt through both of those. Now we're going to take an 18mm swivel socket and tighten down those bolts. You want this bracket coming straight off of here. Then repeat that process on the other side. Now next we can reinstall our skid plate. So raise it up to that bracket that you installed earlier. And then line up your back hole as well. And then thread your bolts in on the other side. I've already got them in over there. So now I'm going to take a 15mm socket and tighten all of my bolts down.
So now we're ready to mount up our bull bar. I've got myself a buddy to lift up on that side while I do this side. We've got a bolt with a flat washer going from the outside in, and then a flat washer and nut that we're going to thread on the inside. Now we just need to tighten down our bolts. Let's take a 17mm socket and wrench to do that. And then do that same thing on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Barricade 3-inch bull bar in black for your 2019 and newer Ranger, excluding Raptor. Thank you for watching, and for all things Ranger, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.